Niesha Davis here, LCSW, and this is Motivational Masterpiece, where you are on a journey to becoming the master of your own peace of mind. I am a therapist. However, this is not a substitute for therapy. So if you are in need of a therapist, I encourage you to reach out to someone and get some help. It's okay not to be okay. And there are so many platforms that are available for you to find a therapist that is the best fit for you. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I encourage you to click the link down below, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with a friend, as you will not be disappointed. So today is December 31st, 2021. It is the last day of the year of 2021. And I just wanted to get on here today to encourage you to reflect back on 2021 and allow those reflections to push you forward. Reflect back on the things that happened to you in 2021. The past 2 years have been trying for all of us. There has been so many transitions, so many things have taken place in the last 2 years because of COVID-19. And the pandemic, of course, is not over because it's still here. We're still experiencing the effects of COVID-19. People are still getting sick. People are still being affected. So it hasn't quite went away just yet. 2021 has been a year for the most part for all of us, right? We have experienced so many different things, so many transitions again, so many changes, so many losses, so many ups and downs in our families, on our jobs, in our relationships, just within ourselves. We have experienced so many different things. And the first thing that normally comes to our mind is focusing on the negative aspects of the things that have happened in 2021. However, I want you to think about the things that have happened in 2021 and allow those things to propel you and push you forward. Even in the midst of the negative things that have happened, there are so many positive ways that we can look at things. So as a therapist, one thing that we like to do is to challenge people, to challenge their negative schemas and help them to learn how to turn those schemas around and think more positive and find the good and find the positive in the negative situation. So I want to challenge you to take a moment before the year is over. It's still 2021 here where I am in Pacific Standard Time. And I just want you to take a moment and reflect back. First, I want you to reflect back on the things that you can be thankful for. Again, 2021 has been a trying year for all of us. We have all experienced something in some form or fashion. However, think about those things that you could still be grateful for. If you are still alive and well and are here today and alive to even watch this video, that's something to be thankful for. If you still have a place to live, if you still have a job, if you still have your children, if you still have your family, if you still have your car, if you still have money in the bank, it may not be the amount that you want, but if you still have the basic necessities of life, that is something to be thankful for. So I want you to first reflect back on the things that you can be thankful for. Think about the things that have transpired in your life, and even in the midst of all of the changes and all of the negativity, what are those things that you can be thankful for? Second, I want you to reflect back on some of the bad decisions that you made, some of the poor choices that you have made in 2021. I want you to think about some of those choices, and I want you to think about, okay, you know what? I didn't make the best decision in this area. However, in 2022, I want to make more sound decisions. I want to make better decisions. I really want to take the time to sit back and think about and process before I actually make a decision. Think about some of those decisions that you made. Some of the decisions that you made that you feel weren't the best for whatever the situation may be. If it was on your job, in your personal life, in your relationships with your children, with your families, whatever the case may be. If you engaged in things that you felt like, okay, you know what, these weren't the best things for me to get involved in. That's okay. We can't turn back the hands of time. We can't go back and change things that have already happened. However, we can use those experiences and learn from those experiences and move forward. So again, be thankful. Think about the things that you have to be grateful for and thankful for. And then second, think about the decisions that you've made and how you can rectify those decisions. And that just means, how can you make better decisions moving forward? What will you do that will allow you to make better decisions moving forward? And that may just be stopping to think about it. Okay, think about the consequences. Okay, if this is a decision that you have to make or that you're going to make, think about what are the outcomes that could happen from that decision, and will those outcomes be positive or negative? So that's two things that I want you to think about. The third thing that I want you to think about is, what new skills have you acquired and have you learned in 2021? And how can you use those new skills that you have acquired to be a better you in 2022? What have you learned to do better in 2021 that can help you just to keep moving forward and to becoming a better you in 2022? What skills have you acquired? So for those of you who have been on this journey with me here at Motivational Masterpiece, you have learned several tools and skills that you have acquired. And just thinking about those small skills that you have learned here, how can you utilize those skills and tools to help you to move forward in 2022 and to become a better you? The next thing is that, what are your goals? What are your goals for 2022? What were your goals for 2021? Did you accomplish all those goals? How close did you get to accomplishing those goals? Remember, when you make goals, we talked about it before, you want to create a goal that you feel like you can actually accomplish. You want to make sure that you give yourself a time frame, and you also want to make sure that you know the steps that it's going to take for you to create that goal, to accomplish that goal. So with that being said, what are some goals that you have established or that you created for yourself in 2021? Did you accomplish all those goals? If you didn't, how can you revamp those goals? Okay, if you didn't meet the deadline that you had set for yourself originally, that's okay. All you have to do is push the deadline back. So if you didn't accomplish it in 2021, what can you do to accomplish those goals in 2022? Are those goals that you feel like, okay, these are no longer valid for me, that I need to create new goals? Think about the goals that you want to have for yourself for 2022. Think about the goals that you have for yourself for 2021. And how will you go about accomplishing those goals? How will you go about reestablishing those goals? Are those things that from 2021 that you want to continue to work on in 2022? Think about it. So 1, be grateful, be thankful. Think about the things that you have to be grateful and thankful for. 2, think about those decisions that you made that you feel like weren't the best decisions. How can you allow those decisions to allow you to move forward in 2022? How can you make better decisions? Number 3, what are the goals that you have accomplished, or the goals that you didn't accomplish in 2021 that you want to carry on in 2022? Or what are the new goals that you have for yourself in 2022? Write them down. Be specific. Give yourself a time frame. Give yourself a time frame to accomplish those goals, because we need that direction. If we don't have that direction, we'll find ourselves all over the place, doing a lot of things and not really staying committed to one thing, not being consistent. So write it down. The next thing is that I want you to think about the skills and tools that you have acquired in 2021 and how you're going to allow those tools and skills to help you in 2022. And the next thing that I want to share with you to reflect on is, I want you to reflect on, what were those things in 2021 that you feel like, you know what, I've outgrown this area in my life and I want to transition to a new area in my life. What are those professional things that you have accomplished, or those professional things that you feel like you have outgrown, that you feel like these things don't serve me anymore? What are those personal things that you feel like, you know what, I'm not in this space anymore, I'm actually somewhere else? Where do you want to see yourself in 2022? Have you thought about those personal things? Have you thought about those professional things? Where do you want to see yourself in 2022? It's okay to revamp your life. It's okay to change some things that you feel like don't serve you anymore. It's okay to do that. For myself, there's a couple of things that I have to do, that I want to do professionally, that I feel like, you know what, 2021, this is what I have accomplished professionally. This is what I feel like, you know what, I feel like in this area, it's time for me to transition to a new area. And that's okay. Only you know what that looks like. So I want you to think about the things that are in 2021 that you feel like, okay, these things don't serve me anymore. It's time for me to transition to something else. So basically, I just want you to start thinking about things. What can you reflect back on in 2021 that you want to allow to help you to move forward in 2022? Life is short. Life is forever revolving and changing. There has been so many changes taking place, and life can be so unpredictable at times because we don't know what can happen. We can't always control things that happen. However, we can control our perception of things and our attitude of things. So that's another thing that I want you to reflect on. Think about how you have been hard on yourself in 2021. What are those things that you have really given yourself a hard time and really overly criticize yourself because you didn't do something right? Do you feel like you should have been somewhere else in life? Do you feel like you should be farther in life than where you are now? I'm here to tell you that where you are now is exactly where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we think that our life is supposed to look a certain kind of way. Sometimes we have dreams and visions for ourselves and we haven't quite got there yet. And maybe there's a reason and a purpose that we haven't. Maybe we weren't ready to be there yet. And maybe now is the time for us to start working towards that. So I want you to think about the things that you feel like, okay, I should have been somewhere else by now. Don't be overcritical of yourself. Don't overcriticize yourself. However, remember, life is short, and where you are today is exactly where you're supposed to be. If you haven't started something that you wanted to start, now is the time to do it. Take the steps that are necessary for you to do that. Do the research, figure out what it is that you need to do, and just do it. Allow your reflection from 2021 to propel you to be successful in 2022. It could be something small, it can be something big, whatever it is, only you know what that looks like for you. So again, it is December 31st, 2021, the last day of the year of December 2021. And this is the time for you to start reflecting back on the things that happened in 2021 to propel you to 2022. You can do it. Think about the things that you've done. Think about the decisions that you made that you weren't proud of. Allow those decisions and allow those things to push you to 2022. Remember, we can't go back and change the hands of times. We can't go back and fix some mistakes that we made. However, we can learn from those mistakes and allow those mistakes to help us to make better decisions in 2022. If you felt like you weren't the best in your career, it's not too late to get it right. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as you are here alive on earth, you have the opportunity to fix it. You have the opportunity to get it right. If you wanted to start school in 2021 and you didn't, okay, don't allow that to stop you. 2022 is your year to do that. If you wanted to pursue a career in 2021 that you didn't do it, that's okay. 2022, pursue that career. Start today. Don't wait until it's too late. Allow 2021 reflections to push you to 2022. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for 2021 as it was a good year for me in so many facets. Even in the negative aspects of all of the things that I have experienced, I still have learned some things. And from those things that I have learned, as I do my self-reflection, I am going to try to allow myself to be a better person in 2022. I am going to try to not allow myself to make some of those bad decisions and bad choices that I made in 2021. I am going to use some of the decisions and choices that I made professionally and in my career to help me to be a better person in my professional career in 2022. Allow your reflection to propel you and move you forward in 2022. With that being said, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone has a safe night. I hope everyone brings in the new year doing something prosperous, doing something enjoyable, whatever it is that you're going to do for you. I'm going to bring in my new year at church. That is something that brings me joy. That is something that I feel is the right way for me to start off my year. Whatever it is that you're going to do, do it. Do it to the utmost. Let it be positive. Let it be prosperous. Let it be enjoyable for you. and allow 2022 to be a greater year than 2021. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to click the link down below, subscribe to this channel, share this video with a friend, as you will not be disappointed. And until next time, stay safe. Again, Happy New Year, and you got this.